So let's set up your navigation, your headers and footers inside Kajabi. And it's here following on from the previous videos. We're in this website section and we've got a default menu, and then we can have some custom menus that we can create as well. Although it's a default, we're still going to play around with this and we can add things to it. You can see at the minute it's just got store and my library, and we can add product, pages, or links. Now I think the easier way to come at this, and footer, actually we've got nothing in at the minute. And then footer, as you can see, there's nothing in here at the minute. But I think the easier way to come at this is actually from one of our web pages. So if we come back to web pages, or if I come back to design and we click customize this page, and we're on the home page. If you remember, if you watched that previous video, we can change any of these. We can edit them all from this same place. But we're on the home page and we clicked up here for header, and it's bringing in a menu. So we can get to which menu is it that we want. Do we want our main menu? And you'll see that that's bringing that in now. So the store and the library. Now we can edit the link list for this. Opens up another tab. And so if we want to add a page, we can go to our about page. We could add the contact page, and we can rename it if you want it up there. You can reorder it. And maybe we want to go off to an external link actually. So let's go to our YouTube channel, paste the link in. And again, let's pop that up in the middle just for messing it about. It's saved automatically. When we come back over to this page, if I were to refresh this, reload it. Oh, that's true. We didn't add the menu in, did we? Sorry. Header, menu, and we're just using our main menu, the default one. And so you can see it's brought in what we changed: the about, contact, YouTube, store, and library. And that will feature in there if we save this as we jump around different pages. So let's come down to that about page. And as you'd expect, the menu looks exactly the same in here. This bit on the end, so when we're in header here, so we've got a user menu. And what that does is if I were to preview this as a user, it'll give me my library settings and allow me to log out. And I would normally have a little icon in there on my version. Okay, so that's the content of the header really. We can change this. We can make this a sticky header if we want. So as we go down, it'll stay up at the top there. Or just leave it to stay at the top. We change the text. We can change what we put in. The logo is set on here. So this is this a logo? Yes, you can see the image there. Wasn't sure if it's text or logo. And we can adjust how big that sits by the size there, and that will dictate the height of that header area as well. If we can do the same thing coming to the bottom. So now we're in the footer area. And when we click footer, if you remember, there was nothing in there. So I'm not expecting anything to happen at the minute. No. So then we can go across and we can edit the footer. Now in the footer itself, we tend to put terms, privacy policy, cookie policy in here. So you can create those as pages and then add them in here. We haven't made them out, so I can't add them into this. But let's just pop the about in there for now, just to show you. And then when we come back up, let's just see. I'm not sure whether we saved it in on this page or not. We didn't actually, did we? So this one now, the footer. We'll just show that one item that we put in there under about. Now, what else can we put into this area? That's a link list, which is one thing. We've got the copyright block here that you can go in and type over. You can add social icons in there. So any that you've got, it'll default, and just be careful of this because I've found that we've done this sometimes and it's been months before I realized that the default is there going back to Kajabi. So if I leave Facebook blank, I believe it will disappear. Yeah. So you need to have something in there. And so Kajabi are just putting their own links in, so you need to change those around to be yours. You've got extra ones there that you can go to. There's plenty of options there. And then what else can we do with them? We can change the color of them. We could have put a background color. Always scares me doing this because they're going to look terrible. Oh, background style, none. Round or square. Yeah, so you've got a few options there. Okay, so that's header, footer, copyright, links down there. Anything else to say about it? You can put a complete background color in this if you want to, so the whole footer area is now going to change color. We do that typically and have it black down there. Sorry, I thought that was black. Of course, this isn't my branding, is it? This is just pulling in from Kajabi's defaults. So that can look quite nice just to have a clear footer down there as a different color. But that's your headers and footers. So just remember that these are being applied to your whole site. So any changes you make across the site here to the header and footer, it'll carry through on all the other pages. On your landing pages, we don't really use them. We're certainly not using navigation. We want that page to stand alone and not have people distracted going off elsewhere. So if I come out of this, we've just got one section to cover now, is the blog. And then we're out of this website section and we'll move into the marketing. If you haven't been watching along with the rest of these videos, we've got a whole playlist here. We're walking around this whole navigation. And so can I encourage you just to come over and start the playlist, see all what's available in here. We've deliberately made short videos that you can jump in and out of. And I hope you find that really useful. Or if you want to come over and watch the blog, we'll do that in this second video.